Hello everyone, this is Karen and this is going to be a storytime slash product review, site review video. Now this story is going to be kind of long, so I'm going to give you the short rundown so you can decide if you want to take a look at it or not. You've already seen the title, so you already have an idea of what I'm going to talk about. So, I ordered a product whose description wasn't exactly that precise. The product did not work. I tried everything to make it work. I literally mean everything. It did not, so I wrote a negative review on the site. Instead, I was contacted by the customer care service, who kind of sent me some mails trying to help me out. Only helping out did not exactly happen, so when I asked for a refund, they simply disappeared and haven't replied to me yet. So now I have another product that it's useless, a review on their site that is not there, and customer care service people who have disappeared on me. So yes, I am pretty pissed about it. Let's start with the story time, because if not I will just start rambling, which is still going to happen, so it's totally fine. Also, sorry about the squeaky chair, but it's the only one I have. Alright, so when you look for something on the internet, the cookies make sure to remember what you are looking for and just push ads at you concerning that item. So lately I have been looking for dipping pens, fountain pens, calligraphy stuff. So I was not surprised when on Instagram these ads came out for this, how it's called? Flexi Nib Calligraphy Fountain Pen, that's the name. And it was advertised by this site called Prestigify. Right, so it was not exactly that expensive, it was just 21 euros including shipping. So I thought, hey, I can try it out. This site Prestigify, I looked at it kind of fast. It's kind of an art supply store for not cheaper art products, but it has a little bit of this, little bit of that, and honestly some of the prices just made me raise my eyebrows, because I mean, the Starry Night set from Kuretake, I know for a fact that it's about $16, $18, it's not more, and you can find it for less, for like $12. On their site it goes for 28 euros, so about $31, and the original selling price was like $150. What? Okay, but still I was fine, alright, 21 euros for a pen. It's kind of expensive, but for a good calligraphy or fountain pen it's not that much, so it was fine. I purchased it. It arrived after a month and a half or so, so not very fast shipping, but it's free, so of course they're going to cut the costs on that. It arrived, and I kind of noticed something when I opened it, and I could start like smelling that there was something off. And I'm going to show you the pen because I still have it, and let's hope it focuses. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but it says Jinhao on it, and the model is X450. Now, if you're not familiar with the calligraphy world, the Jinhaos are kind of cheaper pens. You can find them for around 10 bucks also. And they're very used in the calligraphy world to be pimped. So you just have to take out the nib and replace the nib with a calligraphy nib to have yourself a calligraphy fountain pen. There is also a video about that made by Tio from parkablogs.com. I will leave the links in the description down below if you want to, I don't know, look at it, try it out, anything. Okay, so when I see Jinhao, I immediately think about this video, about this pimping video. So I open it up, just to like, please don't let it be what I think it is. It was what I thought. Okay, so you can see the G. So when you modify this pen, you usually pick a Zebra G nib, which is a nib used by mangakas to ink their tables. It is kind of hard, sharp and scratchy, so I personally prefer the Tachikawa, but you know, personal preference, whatever. But when I open it and find out that this pen advertised as calligraphy pen is in fact a Frankenstein pen, I'm not that happy about it, but I go look for the prices, I check for the price of this on Amazon, I check for the price of the nib, I check for the price of the refillable cartridge that is there. So the sum of the parts does indeed make something closer to 20 euros. So, okay, they did the assembly for me, I am not mad that they are maybe earning something on the nibs, so it was fine, I was fine with it. What I wasn't fine with is when I put the ink inside the cartridge and it didn't work. So of course I thought, alright, this is a calligraphy nib, so maybe there are the oils coating there and it needs to be prepped. So I took a lighter, passed the flame on the tip and prepped my nib just like I do with all my calligraphy nibs, and it does work. So I took out the problem of the nib. Then I put in some fountain pen ink, because waterproof ink can clog the like the line where the ink goes down because it's too dense. So you have to either use a specific ink for fountain pens or a waterproof fountain pen ink specific for that purpose, which is very, very hard to find. I kind of ordered by mistake a fountain pen ink, but I used that because I was sure that, alright, it's going to work because it's for fountain pen. It's this one, and by Rohr and Klingner. It is a wonderful shade, the only problem is that it's not waterproof, so I'm still going to use it, but yeah, cannot use it before watercolor, I need to use it after. I put in the ink and started trying to write. So, aside from the nib being very, very scratchy, I have a watercolor paper filled with grooves from the nib, so thumbs down for it being too sharp, but it's characteristic of the nib. Alright, I can accept it. What I cannot accept is a pen that does not write. It doesn't. Okay, so I try everything, I try flicking it around, I tried warming it up with my breath, I try everything. Leaving it up for hours doesn't work, so I go on the site. On the question sections, there was a person who had the same problem as me, thank you, I'm not the only one. And so I read the suggestions they have, like press on the paper, wait a couple of seconds for the ink to flow. What was the other? Oh yeah, try screwing the cap on the cartridge to like push the ink down, and others. So I tried everything, including the turning of the nib, the cartridge, which resulted in like ink splattered everywhere. Lucky for me, I had paper under myself because literally the black waterfall. Alright, so I was pretty pissed that nothing I did worked. So I looked online, and some blogs talked about the fact that some cartridges were giving them a hard time because of the tension of the walls. The walls of the cartridge are made of plastic, so they suggested washing it with soapy water. I did so about 5 times, and yes, the ink, well, did not flow better, but if I flicked the pen, the ink would start to come out. So I screw a little bit the cartridge and then start writing, and I am happy with it because it's writing and it's doing what it's supposed to do. Only after that drop of ink was done, it was done. None came out, so I had to unscrew the pen open again, twist the cartridge again, and another drop would fall out. The only problem is that I look for a fountain pen because the ink flows automatically. If I have to unscrew something and make the ink flow, I just go with the dip pen. Okay, so this was the problem, and I tried for 2 days to make this pen work. Doesn't work in any way. So what I do is I go on the site on the 17th of September and write like a wall of text explaining my experience with this pen, how I was happy to receive it, how I wanted to try it, and all the problems that I encountered that I just told you. And I specifically said I went to the questions section and I did what they suggested. So I just posted. I do have this feeling that they are not going to post it on their site, because all the reviews I had seen were either positive one or like medium ones. The nib is scratchy, and it is scratchy, you cannot say anything against that, but mine was like the only one that just was terrible. And so I was not very surprised when, along with the not posting, they answered me and sent me an email, which I'm going to read you. This was sent on the very early morning of the 18th September, and it reads: "Hello there, thank you for bringing this issue to my attention. I sincerely apologize you received a damaged item. I can help solve this issue right away. I just need you to send at least 2 photos of the item you received along with the shipping label. Regards, Michelle, our Customer Success Manager." Okay, it's not customer care, it's customer success. I don't consider myself successful in this. But okay, I reply, I had thrown out the package because it was a little sack. I didn't think it would matter if I kept it. If it's a box, I keep it, but it's like a plastic thingy. I'm going to throw it away. So I reply and I take 3 pictures, one of the pen in itself and 2 of the nib, one on the top side and one on the lateral side. And my reply is, I replied on the 18th around 10 p.m. or so. "Hello Michelle, thank you for contacting me concerning my order's issues. Unfortunately, the package I already threw away since it was just a small sack and I did not think it would be worth keeping. The order number is blah blah blah, though if it can help you. I have attached 3 photos of the pen. Unfortunately, I think it looks fairly whole, I guess. I honestly did not expect it to behave like it did, judging from the outer appearance. In the meantime, I've cleaned it up from the ink and have let it dry. I'll probably try to dismantle it and then see if something can be done with nib positioning, which I think is where the whole problem is. However, I feel that the testing stage should be done by the manufacturer, not the client, because the whole advantage of having the assembly already done is lost in this specific case. If you wish to suggest other alternative on how to fix my pen, I'm open to suggestion. Now, on the review, I specifically said that I already tried the suggestions that were given the other person, and I wrote some of them, so it was written. I also wrote about the fact that they are not like advertising the item for what it is, so a Frankenstein pen, but they just tell you that it's a calligraphy pen where you can replace the nib. Yeah, thank you. They answer on the 18th, basically an hour later, so freakishly fast. Anyway, they're very, very fast. Always Michelle. "Hello, Karen. Michelle here from the customer care team. It's no more customer success. Oh my. Thank you for reaching out to us. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience that this has caused you. Please see guidelines below on how to properly utilize the pen. And they copy-paste the same things that were written on the answer that they gave on their site. I mean, what? I told you that I already used those suggestions. I don't want those suggestions. I want new ones. So, okay, deep breath. And here I'm going to switch to the sent mails because, as I will tell you, they haven't replied anymore to my mail requests. Okay, so I send on the 19th at like 1 a.m. in the morning, so about 1 hour after they gave me this reply, I replied, because I'm a person who doesn't sleep at night. So I was very quick, and I replied. They're quick as well, so this hopefully will be resolved in, shorter time. No. Hi Michelle, thank you for the tips. However, like I wrote in my review, is it possible to have a copy of it, by the way? I had already found them in the question section and I had already applied them all. After they didn't work, I tried washing the cartridge with soap, I tried a new cartridge, I tried everything, even exorcisms. Today I even tried to use water and see if it was fluid enough to come out of that nib. It does, but nothing happened afterwards. That's why I wrote the review, because no solution that was offered to me by your site or by other blogs worked. If there is no solution to the problem, future customers need to be made aware of this, because the pen I currently have is useless. So, if you have any other suggestion for me, I'm all ears. If not, I'd like to know what can be done about a possible refund or to get another pen, because honestly the concept is great and I would have really liked to play with it. Thanks for the patience and have a nice evening. Now, I knew that as soon as I spoke refund, that something was going to happen, either a denial or a disappearance. In this case, they disappeared. Because this was sent on the 19th at 1 a.m. and for the whole day of the 19th, nothing happened. For the whole day of the 20th, nothing happened. So, at basically midnight of the 20th, so 2 days after I sent that mail, I sent another one. Hi Michelle. Or if you're not Michelle, I don't know. I haven't heard from you. Oh, I made a grammar mistake. Oh gosh. Okay. I haven't heard from you regarding my last mail, which I added below. I don't know if they lose it. Requesting a copy of my review plus a refund or the shipping of a new item. Can I please hear about your decision regarding my requests? I have also noticed that my review has not appeared on your site, despite having been written on the 17th. But a review that was done on the 19th has already appeared. Can I ask the reason why is this? Okay, so I'm being petty here because I know perfectly well that they're never going to upload my review on the site. And right now is the 21st of September, and of course they have not replied, and I don't think they are going to be replying to me, because of course I'm just a person. What can I do? If they don't reply to me, I cannot get to them, I cannot ask anything, and they're not going to do anything. So my answer is doing this video because, and let me be comfy here for my rant. Okay, I don't care about the money. It's 21 euros. It's like a dinner out. I can just stay home and save up that money. It's not about the money. It's not even about the pen being a Frankenstein pen, because they did the assembly for me. I was happy about that. It's the fact that you are selling this. You are selling a product. So either you test it or like you don't sell it, because like I said, the testing stage should be done by the manufacturer and not by the client. If I had done the assembly on this pen myself and it didn't work, I would have been fine about it, because I was not able to make myself a Frankenstein pen, and it's fine. But if you are selling a pen to me, you have to make sure that it works, because it is a pen, it's the only thing it's supposed to do. Right? I don't care if it writes well or if it writes badly. I mean, it weights, the nib scratches, there are a lot of reasons for not liking this pen, but if you have a pen that works, you cannot say, oh my god, it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to write, and it does. Maybe it writes badly, but it does write. This pen doesn't even do that. I don't know what can I use this for display, and for nothing else, or for parts. But I don't want to take it apart, because what the hell? So I have a pen that doesn't work, a review that has not been posted, a customer success care team that has very efficiently disappeared, and I have frustrations, and of this I have lots. So I have a full poker for this game. So my answer to all of this was to do this video, this Storytime/review video, because I think that I cannot be the only one that has had this problem and was not able to solve it successfully. And if they're not going to post my review on their site, letting people know that something like this can happen, I need to tell people in some way. And this was my way, because I have a YouTube channel. It's not very big, but I don't care. I'm still going to put it there, so people who look for it can find it. And that is it. So, this is the end of the video. If they ever reply, I have no idea if they will. I honestly don't care anymore, because I have been like so very hungry for this past 4 days that really, honestly, I no longer care what happens. But if an update pops up, I will let you know. I'm not expecting anything to pop up, happen, anything really. Okay, so this has been my wonderful okay, I am honestly done. I'm so very done. But I thank you really much for staying with me throughout this like half an hour of ranting, and I really hope that you don't have the same experience as me on any site, not just on this one, just on any site. Okay, alright, going to play a little bit with my watercolor paper scraps, because it has been the highlight of this past 4 days to like unwind from the frustrations. Alright, see you on the next video.